Here's the new Wurkkos HD03. I've had this for a few days now. They actually told me don't post a video until this day. Like the day that I'm posting this video is the day that I was allowed to put this up. But just so you know, I've already had this for a little bit. It's been in the pocket. I've been using it and I'm really liking it. I just want to show it to y'all, let you all know what's up. I'm usually not a lanyard guy, but look at that lanyard that they included with it. That is pretty cool. It just kind of increases the possibilities of what you can do with this thing. I like it. It's such a small little light. I kind of like the lanyard too for, you know, just grabbing it, holding it at night. Typically people wouldn't carry this light. They would just put it on a backpack or something, but I'm using it. I'm carrying it. I like it. It's that cool, especially this time of year. It's kind of warm right now. Wearing shorts, smaller light like this hasn't been bad at all. We're going to go over it and show you what's going on. So you have a magnet back here. I'm the guy that just grabs stuff and starts using it. I didn't even read the manual on this thing. I just started using it while I was getting something out of my truck one night, and it kind of just, I carry it with this side in my pocket and this side out. It kind of, I felt it like stick to my truck, and it didn't stay there. It's not a strong enough magnet to where you're just gonna like lose it stuck to something, but I could feel it stick. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So I didn't even know that magnet was in there. You've got a magnet where you can just slap this thing right to the side of something. I then did put it on the side of my truck and had it on. It's not a strong enough magnet to where you want to drive down the road with it on there, but there was no issues with it staying on the side while I was working. Then you have this little setting right over here. You got this little side switch where you're going to flip it up to throw or bring it down to flood. I've been carrying it locked out. You can lock it out by 3 presses, and then you can unlock it with 3 presses. But before I unlock it, let me show you what it does when it's locked out. It does, I didn't have it locked out. It doesn't do that. Let's lock it. This is raw, y'all. We're just going to keep going. Now, it's locked. And when you press it, it does that little flash thing letting you know, hey, I'm locked, you got to unlock me. But it also has this feature. You hold down on that button and it comes on temporarily, and I really like that because now I could see something, see what I'm looking for, whatever, and I don't have to unlock it. I can throw it back in the pocket or wherever you store it. Then you can flip this switch. That was flood. Let's go up to throw. You can do this and you can check out throw mode. So it'll switch back and forth from throw to flood while it's locked out. You have to, when you flip the switch and you're holding down on this button, you do have to let off of it to let it go ahead and switch. Pretty neat. Now let's go ahead and check out the top. You've got Type-C charging. Gotta have it because the battery isn't coming out of this thing. That's fine though. It's been holding up really well battery wise, and you do have a battery indicator letting you know how you're doing. You got that little green light right there. Okay, so we're in flood. Let's show you flood mode, right? And you're gonna have all of the LED on the perimeter right there of that ring. That's gonna be like 5000K tint, really nice. We'll get it out tonight, show you that neutral tint. I like it a lot. This is the lowest setting right now. We're in moonlight mode. You can flip the switch and it'll increase. Notice how it didn't retain the moonlight mode. We'll turn that throw mode off and come on in the lowest setting by holding down on the button. And now we're in moonlight mode for throw. And you just have the center one there. You get that nice little TIR reflector throwing out a little bit further than the flood does. And then if you want to increase your light level, you just hold down on it and it starts stepping up and it goes to wherever you need it to be. Really simple. If you need a strobe alert, 3 presses will get you a strobe. Not bad at all. Now, if you want to put on some auxiliary lights, and they're not just for looks, like you can seriously do something with these auxiliary lights. I'm going to show you all tonight. From off, you would double press. See, typically a double press would get you turbo, but they made it to where it's going to give you the auxiliary lights like you're seeing right now. I usually leave it in red. I like the red, preserving the night vision, whatever. Some people say it doesn't, but I feel like it does. Get that red mode. But if you want to change the colors, you just hold down on the button and you can start ramping and go to all of these different colors. Check those out. You've got green, yellow, just makes all sorts of really cool colors. Blue, magenta, cayenne, and then back to green and kind of like a yellow. If you go past a color that you want to get to, you can let off of it and hit the button again pretty quickly and it'll go back. See how it went back to that magenta pink type color? And that's pretty cool looking too. I might leave it on that one for a little bit. So from this mode, from the auxiliary lights, you can go ahead and you can double press again and it'll start taking you through all the auxiliary light options. You've got the flashing in whatever color you're in. You can also ramp on this right now. You can color ramp it and you can start changing the colors while you're flashing. Double press again and it goes over to the red and blue flashing mode. That's going to be a slow transition where it's transitioning all the colors slowly. That's a spinning RGB mode. It's red, green, and blue just spinning around. Then you got this one where it's spinning, but it's like breathing. It kind of just comes in and out. This one here is going to be breathing, flashing out all of the different colors. I like this one. It looks like there's like actually a motor turning some light or something. I mean, it looks like an old school fire engine light, you know, with the spinning motor turning the reflector in there. It changes the colors as it goes. That's cool. Double press again and goes back to flashing the light, the auxiliary light at whatever color you were at. And then we'll just turn it off. So now we just need to get this thing out in the dark and show you what it can do. It's pretty impressive little light though. I'm really liking it. It finally got dark and now here we are checking out the lowest setting. Can't really see much out there. Let's step it up. Now we can start seeing what we're doing. Seeing the trails a little bit. Next level up. Okay, now we've got light. So just like that, third option up from the lowest setting, and you can see well enough to walk around, see where you're going. At any point in time, you can just double press and achieve turbo, and then a single press will bring you back down to wherever you were, wherever you just left from. That's really cool. I like that. While we're in this setting, we're going to go ahead and go to the flood. We were in throw. Now we're in flood. Check out that tint shift. We just switched it up to 5000K. You're not throwing as far, but tons of really nice neutral flood. I like that. Double press again. Once you're in turbo, doesn't do anything. But a single press, again, just like with the throw, brings it back to the level that you were in. Now let's step it up. That's the fourth option. That's going to be a large amount of light. I mean, that's doing really well. And if we hold down on it again, that's the final mode. That's going to be turbo, looking around. A double press doesn't do anything because you're already in turbo. And holding down on it again just brings you back down to where you were. Let's check out this flood on the highest setting again. And I want to show you all something. Just not a huge deal, but when you are in turbo, like so, you know, we're on the highest setting right now. If I switch it up back to throw, it drops down to a lower setting, like it doesn't retain that turbo. That's okay, it's not a huge deal. And also know that when you first turn it on, you're going to get that little green indicator light showing you your battery level. Pretty much standard on a lot of lights, but I do appreciate it because it lets you know how your battery's doing, lets you know when it's ready to charge up or whatever. Now let's go over here, just show you all like up close what this auxiliary light looks like. That's actually really lighting some stuff up. I mean, it's really not bad for an auxiliary light. I'm impressed. You could almost walk a trail with just that alone. You could definitely get some reading done. Check out that red light. It's kind of rough getting it to stop on red sometimes, but then once I get it there, that's why I just turn the light off and leave it in that mode. But check out that red, how bright that is. I'm not holding it very close at all. I mean, it's a pretty good distance off the tree and you can see how much light that is. So they really did a good job on these auxiliary lights. That's just a lot of fun anyway, but you can actually use them. You know, they're not just for looks. In other words, like, you can actually use these auxiliary lights to just give some gentle lighting on something or whatever you're wanting to do. So I'm happy with it. I think it's a cool little light. Let me know if you got any questions. I'll try my best to answer any that you've got. Thank y'all for watching.